me.
Righty's gonna.
Hey, everybody.
What?
Hey, everybody! Look who's back! Look who's back in town! He's back! He's back from
Oh my god, dude! You did a couple of shows without me, man.
I had to keep the show going. I mean, some of us are still here. Stuck doing
I was like, oh shit! I guess we did have a show last night. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, nice work, dude. Like, keeping the program rolling in my absence while I was gallivanting around Portugal and Spain for 2 weeks.
Yeah, and we had some special guests. Matt Knudsen stepped in, and
oh man,
the Newt. And then we had our 50th episode with an OG High Rev Trev. So
oh wow, okay. I mean, Trev. Trev's a solid supporter of the program. Like he's not only a frequent guest on my vlogs. Like that dude he's always got something to say, right?
Yeah.
Even though he's a weird Honda guy, he's a goober.
He's a good friend.
Yeah, good dude, solid dude for sure.
But
yeah,
we thoroughly had a good time, good chats. So
a lot of racing the last few weeks, man. And I know we had to take a week off. Like didn't get back till like midnight last Wednesday or the Tuesday night or something. So like, like it was a whole thing. And coming back, the time change is like kind of sus. You know what I mean?
Oh,
so Richard's like, you need to stay up or you're a pussy. Yeah. So
well, and I thought it was, when I come back from Europe on my military trips, it's always rough coming home.
Yeah.
Because we're 6 hours. We're 6 hours in the springtime, and 6 hours or 7 hours in the winter or fall time until they do their fall back is like in like a month later. So
yeah,
but
I mean, on the way out there, it was like we left here, I don't know, like 10 in the morning or something. And, we got to Boston and then we had quite a long layover in Boston. And then we flew over there and it was like 10:30 in the morning. So, just to reset the clock, we all just kind of stayed up pretty late that first night that we were there. And then we were good the rest of the trip. But coming back, I think we left it, I don't know. Well, I think our flight left at like 11 or something. And then it's like 6 hours. Next thing you know, it's like, I don't know, 5 something in Boston. And then we didn't leave into Boston till, or maybe it's like 3:30 in Boston. So we didn't leave Boston till like 8 p.m., 8:30, something like that. And got back here at like late. And dude, Bob and Fernando, like their flight was like lickety split, and they barely made it, because when you have a connecting flight international, you have to do the customs thing there,
Oh,
like a whole thing. They were running, bro. They were running. So.
Oh, I bet. And all the flights and everything's been kind of crazy. I had some issues with coming back from New Orleans.
Yeah. So I mean, it was for somebody like me, like, I mean, truthfully, Richard gave me a bunch of shit about it, but like I was like a kid in a candy store, bro. Like I was like, I was like a little kid that, like an elementary school kid that got $100 bill and let loose in the toy store. Like that was my 2 weeks. So made some friends. The lads, the AttackYamaha dudes were pretty open to hanging. So,
we'll get into that. I definitely, I want to definitely ask a lot of questions and
dude.
We want to do majority of the show is me interviewing you as Dustin's adventures overseas because he's been gone for a
Okay.
while. So I
Yeah.
think that would be awesome for our show.
Yeah.
I think our viewers would love it, and I definitely want to talk about your perspective on the weekend because we all saw it on TV, but you were there, and there's a lot
Right.
that you can kind of fill us in on that.
Okay. Fill in the gaps, I guess.
But yeah, I did want to. We have a huge loss in the GP championship with Marquez out for the rest of the season, which is massive.
Yeah. Mr.
After
Glass, dude. That dude's
and
fragile.
so
Like, that dude's a warrior, but he's fragile. Right?
Yeah, he had another break in his arm. Which is crazy. Yeah. And I guess everything's good to go and they're putting him back. He's just resting. He won't even be able to participate in the tests.
Really?
From what I saw. So, yeah. So he's on the mend for a while. And that puts in question a lot of stuff because look, what has Pecco started winning again, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Although what happened crazy in the Sunday race at Sepang where his bike wasn't working, he took off in the sprint race, but
yeah, dude,
in the
the things the highlights I saw from the 2 rounds, Phillip Island and the Malaysian GP, it's just like you don't know who's gonna win anymore. Like you don't know who's gonna win. You don't even know who's gonna be on the box. There was like some surprises. You know what I mean? So I was pretty surprised to see Juan Mir back on the box, on the Honda. And then, dude, the Trackhouse bike gets a W.
I know. That was so wild.
Like, what? So wild. On what planet, dude? Like, yeah. Like, it's just like something happens in MotoGP, and it's, it's like when Marquez is gone, like, all of a sudden GP gets exciting kind of again, When Marquez is there, it's like, man, I don't know.
Well, and that was kind of a discussion that the Motorsports Republica guys had with Gavin Emmett. And it was like, you hate him or you love him or hate him, right?
Yeah.
But
the dude is bad.
There's drama around him. There's drama around him. It's like, what's going to happen? Is he going to crash out like he did at Coda?
Right.
What craziness is going to happen? Is he going to have a crap qualifying and it's going to come through the pack and pass like 10 dudes going into turn 1?
But
what is
the theme of the season in MotoGP this season anyway? I mean, look, there's some guys in the chat on that other podcast, the Be Forever Cool guys. I see Smitty's in here. And I know the guys over there have given Rexy like a massive amount of shit for constantly mentioning Bagnaia. He's like, he kind of worships at the altar of Bagnaia, right? And Bagnaia has had a hell of a time this season, and Marquez is out, and all of a sudden he goes from like shitty to winning to like that's kind of how his season's gone. That's how his season's gone, though. Like what?
How did that happen? Like what changed between the last couple rounds where he was dead? Like some people say that he like crashed out on purpose just so he wouldn't finish dead last. Like he would rather crash out.
That's terrible.
And then finish the race in dead last.
Yeah. So, I mean, look, I can remember and maybe I'm misremembering it, so I'm just gonna clarify that. But I can remember when I first started racing, watching Richard Stampoli argue on the pit lane at Willow at a WSFC race. I think it might have been even my first race weekend. It was pouring rain, and Miller didn't want to go out there, and he's like, Richard's like, you're going out there, right?
Wow.
And then Miller crashed the thing in the race, and a lot of us novice nerds, we thought that Miller didn't want to race and hucked it down the road so he wouldn't have to keep, But I don't know, like. I don't think I like, as a fan, it's really easy to sit on the couch and think that shit, but I don't think any racers like hucking their shit down the road on purpose.
No, I don't think it's like most of those guys want to finish the race and they want
to win,
Yeah.
So yeah, it's
you get that.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that dude. And you know what? I mean, have you seen all the chatter like on all those, and I'm gonna use the word news lightly, tabloid sites that are all saying all that crazy stuff about Quartararo threatening to leave and stuff?
Yeah.
Thoughts on that kind of shit?
I mean, the dude's obviously frustrated, gets on pole and can't get a podium to save his life.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's just getting smoked down that straight.
All the announcers are even talking about it, right? They're like, "Oh, look at here! Look at here!"
Yeah, they're just blowing right by him. So
yeah,
he can put a lap together, but that's without people pulling past him. Like, people are using him as the parrot, and he's pulling them along. So
yeah.
And Ralph Fernandez has got nothing but he's in the back. Dude won a race the weekend before, then he can't get a top 10 to save his life.
Yeah. And I've seen in the chat, the Smitty and them guys are going after it about having the one dominant character. Like, Smithy's like, there has, like, in motorsport, basically in all sports, really, there has to be like that one dominant figure that, think about Michael Jordan, Hulk Hogan, right? All the Hulk Hogan in WWF, right? Like Macho Man, right? Like, I mean, it's like that kind of one dominant character in every sport. It's kind of been the thing, right? Well, when I was a little kid, it was Joe Montana, right?
He dominated for, from 2013 to 2019.
Right.
That 2015 was just kind of like that off year where Rossi and Lorenzo were doing better.
Right.
He was crashing a lot more. So, and I think that 2015, if I'm not mistaken, was the last year. Whenever remember Honda had the AI bike.
I don't
remember the AI. So Honda's
I bet Smitty knows. He's like a Honda fan. I bet Smitty.
So Honda had a bike that was actively learning and trimming, and based on all the conditions, so it'd pick in all the data, and it would start trimming the bike up, and the bike was constantly the best bike throughout the race.
Right.
And then that's when they said, nope, we're all going to Magneti. Everybody's getting the same ECU.
Yeah, but I think, you know what? I mean, truthfully, Marquez was kind of a different beast even prior to the nanny extras.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like, that dude seems to like take the edge further than anyone. And it, I mean, it's pretty reminiscent of even Rossi when he kind of came on the scene, right? Like, Rossi was that generational dominant force, and his time came and went while he was still there. But he was dominant for years, right? Yeah. So, Marquez has had some dominance like that as well. But
well, my point is that a
lot more injury with that one though, and he's also like a lot more willing to risk it all.
Yes, but my point is that so in 2023, 24, a lot of the championship had gone down towards the end, and there was always multiple people within it. Morbidelli was in a championship fight.
Yeah.
Martin and Bagnaia last year.
Dude, I mean, I've been saying this for years.
On the Yamaha,
Yeah, for like a minute, he was like right
On the
there, right?
Petronas
On the
Yamaha,
Petronas bike.
he was
Yep.
fighting for a championship,
Yep.
which was
And then he
crazy.
got hurt, and he hasn't done shit since he got hurt. And now he's
No,
that
he's riding
guy.
like a dick.
Morbidelli is the guy with an occasional fifth, but he's like a 7th, 8th, 9th place guy. And it's like, dude, isn't
Did
there
you see
like somebody
him?
warming up in the bullpen to like take that dude's seat? Because like, man,
We move on to Delhi.
yeah, exactly. Move on to Delhi. Yeah, I'm sure.
Because
I'm
like
sure there's
that
something there.
dude came in. That dude came in like Miley Cyrus in that last corner at Sepang and knocked Quartararo off. Like just
Yeah. So
that was
in
a
other words, fuck that guy, dude.
Yeah.
Get out of here with that guy, dude. That guy. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it just seems like the zeros in MotoGP stay zeros and they get to be zeros forever. And like people that could be heroes coming up from other classes don't get the shot because the zeros get to keep the ride forever. Are they paying for the seat? Like what, because like this is a merit based thing. This isn't fucking T-ball. So like if you're a guy that's a
There's
consistent,
going to be plenty of dudes from
back marker
Moto 2 that
guy,
are going
then
to be
what
ready.
the fuck are you doing still out there? And that's my opinion. Like whatever.
Well, and like Mike says, it's Rossi's boy, but at some point, Rossi's going to have to cut his losses
Yeah, I
because
mean, you know
it's
what,
just going to
dude?
be at some point.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, Spinney's putting it out there too. Like everybody else is kind of inconsistent, where Marquez kind of is consistently
Yep.
at the top of the timing sheets. He's consistently the
Yep.
fastest dude. It's pretty rare. I mean, there's been a few rare occasions where he missed the setup and he wasn't there. But
Yeah.
over the course of that weekend, he would get pretty close, right?
Yep.
Where those guys, if they're not there, they're like way off. In like Bagnaia, for instance, right? Like that guy's hot or cold.
Yeah.
Like 20th one race, wins the next. Like what? So
yeah. I'm curious who Marquez's crew chief is.
I mean,
I'm gonna look that up.
Yeah. Anyway, so GP.
So
that's that.
Hey,
we got a couple of rounds of GP left. There's a Portimao, and then what is Valencia?
Valencia. Yeah.
Dude, Portimao GP would probably be nuts because that track is just insane. Like,
oh yeah,
it's not like a sadistic go-kart track like Estoril, right?
yeah, right.
Like Estoril it's something, man. It's like, I don't know. Like it's just it has a lot of decreasing radius stuff and like downhill brake zone, up and down the gearbox stuff. I mean, it looks like a great time, but to go fast on it, it's like,
Dude, it looks like a great time.
yeah. Especially that thing where they're like double tapping from third to fourth in the kink. It's like, okay, still alive. All right.
So Marquez's crew chief is Digi's guy from last, or is Bastianini's guy from last year. So they kept the same dude in the same box, and they just plugged Marquez.
Okay.
Curious about that. Yeah, John Ridey's got it. Look at that, Johnny.
So how was it?
Yeah.
Do you think it's that the setup, the development of the bike has gone the direction that Marquez wants, kind of like what happened at Honda, and then eventually he'll, sort of like going back to Stoner, even like he'll be the only one able to ride the thing. Is that what's happening?
Absolutely.
Right.
Just like how you were talking about with the head angle for the Yamaha or the BMW for a certain Turkish guy.
Mr. Toprak?
Yeah, and how he likes all his setup, and then nobody else can ride that.
Yeah, I mean, look, dude, there's something to be said for what he has, and he certainly has something that the other guys don't have. But maybe maybe people want to try his setup because whatever's working for him's working. I
and
can't really say.
To wrap your head around having to be able to do that and to understand how they do that.
I was talking to a guy. I'll just say it. I was talking to this guy I used to race with WSMC a million years ago. His name's Brian Kovarik. Brian is a guy who, I guess, if you know who Vincent Haskovic was, he's the guy that kind of like Vinny was like. Brian took Vinny through new racer school and shit, like at Willow back in the day.
That's
before he went racing.
That's Goten's boy. That's Goten's boy. Yeah.
Who, Vinny?
The tattoos, because was his crew chief.
So Kovarik was talking about that. Like, dude, like there's like a whole nother level. Like he's like, the way they turn the bikes even looks different. And I was like, dude, I know. And I was telling him, like, looking at our bikes, look at the silhouette of our bike and look at the silhouette of their bike. And our bike looks like a giant, oversized version of their bike, right? Like our bike is tall and long and kind of choppered out looking, and their bikes are like short and stumpy looking. Like the steering head angle looks like it's damn near vertical. So
yeah.
But they're also working within the confines of the grip that they can get and achieve with those Pirelli tires, where our bikes are set up for those Dunlop things. So, and they're trying to maximize whatever grip that they can get out of those,
Yeah.
So the setup,
there's grip in different areas of that tire.
Well, on the Pirellis, I would say there's actually grip. So, yeah.
The Dunlops have some drive grip. That's about it.
Okay.
There's no edge grip. The Pirellis have a ton of edge
something
grip.
like that. Yeah, there you go. So you could say that, I guess.
Yeah.
But
that's how they slide
it was neat. It was it was an adventure, man. Getting to kind of see behind the scenes and do the thing.
Yeah. So we'll talk Moto2 real quick.
Okay.
Huge swap of the championship, and Manu Gonzalez tossed it, which was wild to see. Like Diego kept the pressure on, and then Gonzalez just tossed it in the last corner, and now Diego's 1 or 2 points ahead.
Yeah. I know a little something about that on the attack team, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Yeah. So, which I thought was crazy. And Jake Dixon, his grandpa just passed away, and he won it for his grandpa, and he had a helmet. And his grandpa, I guess, used to go to Malaysia. And yeah, it was a big deal. So that was awesome.
Yeah, Mike C from the Robum team is saying that Gonzo is choking.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, it happens, right? Like, I mean, the pressure gets to you, and the weight of it, the weight of the number 1 plate in your face, you could taste it. It's like right there. I could see that.
Well, it seems like because he's been ahead for the whole season.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, he's had something a little extra.
So there's more pressure on you to stay ahead of that and not lose it than the guy who's chasing you, because it's just like
probably
leading a race.
You're the guy that with the loot, and everybody's trying to get it back, right?
So it's just like leading a race. It's hard to continue pushing as you're leading the race because you're worried about tossing it, and then all those small hesitations and not fully going 100%.
I don't know. I mean,
lap,
it could just be something like the dude makes a mistake too. I mean, it's just like the edge is so there. I mean, it's some small mistake could.
Diego was catching him too. Diego was going to catch him, and that was going to be a battle royale, but you could tell like Manu was just slowing down. So it was pretty wild to see. Canet I don't know how he got another deal done because that dude's nowhere to be seen anymore at the end of
Yeah.
the season. He started off hot and then just
Yeah, I don't know.
tanked.
I mean, what do you think that is? Because that's a dude. That's another dude. That's like, he's been a race winner in that class, and you know,
You got to think it's really hard on those guys because they want at least a Moto2 championship, and
he probably wants a ride in MotoGP, but Morbidelli still has one. So
nah, they ain't giving him a ride. They're not giving him a ride. You look like MS13 when you roll up there. They're not going to
yeah,
give you a
dude.
ride. You know what I
Like
mean?
the neck tattoo is kind of
So,
like he's like tatted up from like here down now, right? Like he's got the bottom of his
yeah,
chin
yeah,
now, too. It's like, whoa,
yeah.
dude. Like, you gonna be all
So
right?
yeah, they're not gonna. That's good for Moto2 and World Superbike. You can do that World
Yeah,
Superbike, but you ain't doing it.
yeah.
So
Dude, World
you're no
Superbike
longer
is tough,
marketable.
man. Like, those guys are. I mean, you even. I got to talk to Garrett Gerloff quite a bit, and he's like, dude, like he's top level guy. Like he could probably come over here and win, right? But over
Oh
there,
yeah,
man, it's tough, dude. It's really
just to
tough.
have as few podiums as he does on multiple
Yeah.
bikes, like
Oh, dude.
that's
It's
cool.
and the thing is over there too, like this season, obviously Top Rack's punching out, but you know, Bulaga and Top Rack together, I mean, they were just everybody was talking about it. Like everybody was talking about it. Like, okay, this is where we need to be in like the fight for the podium. Like
Yep.
it's literally like everybody's fighting for that third spot because third is like getting a win. It's like,
Yeah.
wow, dude, like those guys are so far ahead. Like that class is, I mean, what's going to happen without Top Rack there? It's just going to be like the Bulaga
Yeah.
show, or is like, Bulaga was the way Gerlach put it in perspective. He's like, dude, Top Rack has like been putting the hurt on Bulaga. Like he'll pass Bulaga like he's tacked to the floor. Bautista. Bautista's a
Yeah.
multi-time world champ, dude. And that guy just gets tossed aside by both Bulaga and Top Rack like he's doing his second track day. It's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah, finishing up on Moto2, it's I think it's gonna be now it's a battle royale. Now Manu can put the pressure on Diego to finish it out, but Diego's got the Honda contract with LCR, so
yeah,
he's moving on. Like
he's
he's leaving.
yeah
He's
he's
think about
yeah
that. Dude, first year in Moto2, then he gets
yeah
bumped. Like Pedro
politics,
didn't even get
man.
that.
It's politics, right?
Yep, Pedro didn't even get that. Like Pedro had to stick around for 2 years, and then he
Yeah,
won the championship the second year. And Diego's
it could just be
has
like
a
the seats
possibility
happen to be
of
open at
championship.
the right time, right?
Yep, yep,
Yeah,
exactly.
there was a lot
Um,
of.
so
I don't really have a lot to say. I'll be honest with you, man. I didn't watch Moto 2 or 3. Like, I didn't even watch the
yeah,
highlights of it, honestly, because been kind of in the editing jungle. So
yeah. You have a lot going on. That's my job over the time that you were gone
yeah,
because you got stuff
yeah,
going.
yeah.
I
You had to
watched it.
watch
I
all
paid
that stuff.
attention. Yeah. So, but I think it's now it's on Manu to chase it and
Yeah,
see if he can put the pressure on Diego. So we'll see. We got 2 more rounds to go.
yeah,
So yeah, hey, we had this thing called World Superbike, and you got to participate in the last 2 rounds.
yeah.
So now it's time for Dustin to get in the hot seat
Oh, Jesus Christ.
and get
Oh, here,
interviewed.
should I change hats, dude? Should I change hats?
That would be funny if I actually
Dude, I
had
am
it here.
rocking
And then,
I am rocking my Jerez shirt,
yeah, that's
because
pretty sick. That's a sick shirt.
yeah,
As as cheesy. No, I know you want Moto3. Listen, it sucks because Moto3 had a really nasty accident in the sighting lap of all
yeah.
laps, which was wild, and there was a lot of discussions at taking away. Like some people are saying, "Hey, we should not have the sprint race anymore because that takes the track time and the warm up time and all that stuff that would be normally given to the other guys, where they could get all that extra practice." But on the sighting lap, it's
The other
like,
guys could go club
if
racing
you
too and make the premier thing
yeah,
the premier thing.
yeah. So is what it is. But yeah. So World Superbike, we had 2 rounds, one at Estoril and one at Jerez.
It is.
John,
Yeah.
Jerez.
Yeah. You know what? It
So
the
hold on,
team.
wait a second. Hold on a
Yeah.
second.
Go ahead.
So when you got to, so you had already been to Portimao. So now
Right.
you're at your second track, Estoril,
Right.
and showing up as Attack again, right?
Right.
How was the welcoming from Yamaha when you guys showed up a second time?
Well, I'll be straight up with you, man. The Yamaha family is like a real thing, dude. When they say Blue Crew, they fucking mean it, dude. It is like all the Yamaha dudes stick together. If anything that we needed, they were like, "Oh, you need this? Sure, no problem." And truthfully, we kept most of the stuff that we got from them both weekends. We just crammed it into the box truck and took it with us, and then gave it back to the lads on the way out. But I mean, dude, we even had the guys like Richard got some brake lever guards because I guess the Attack ones aren't homologated.
Oh,
So
wow.
we had to get some for with the Moto Max team or Yamaha.
Yeah.
So we got some, and then we had this dude from that team at Estoril. I guess the rider was injured, and so he was like the crew guy on that team. And he's like, "Yeah, we don't need this
Moto
stuff." So like, dude, he had a little tire cart, the generator and stuff on there. So he brought that out to us. I think it was Agadar. Does that sound right?
No.
The name of the
You said
rider on the R1? No, not Aldegar, but Agatar or Agat something like that. I can't remember what the guy's name is, but he was out injured, and yeah, there you go. I think who's taking that guy's seat? Is Manzi's taking his seat for next year?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Is that's the name, Agatar or Adagar or something? Something like
Racing?
What?
Oh, it's Bradley Ray's team. No.
No. Bradley Ray's
No,
not
it
in
is.
Superbike.
Bradley Ray it's Motox Racing.
Moto X. Yeah.
Yeah, Moto X. That's what Bradley Ray raced
Yeah.
for.
Right.
But
so anyway, those guys they loaned us one of their dudes, and he carted a thing out to the grid, the generator and everything, and and then at Jerez we ended up hooking up with the GMT 94 guys, and they were hooking us up with like the tire warmer blankets and crap because we didn't have our oven there. So yeah, see, Agadar. Yeah, see, boom. Thanks, Mike. Appreciate you, dog.
Oh, Dominic Agadar, yes.
Agadar, yeah, that's what I said. Agadar. Agadar. I don't know how to pronounce it, bro, but you get it.
So
that guy was out with injury or whatever, and so they loaned their crew guy to us for the grid. So that was cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
But yeah, and then dude, Yamaha hospitality, man. Like, dude, there's a guy that he's like overarching Yamaha, and first of all, it takes a couple days to set up that hospitality thing. It's got like a stage in there and glass on both sides and shit. Like, it's like 2 semi trucks, and they join them.
Then
dude, it's nuts watching them do it, and they get it done quick. And but there's this guy named Stefano, and so Stefano gave me like a legit tour of everything that they do in there in the hospitality, and then I got to go hang out in the kitchen like Goodfellas style. So I'm standing there dumb with the camera, like right? And I mean, dude, they were like in there cooking hunks of meat and stuff and all that. Like, what's on the menu today? So yeah, it's awesome. Fun. And then you could see like I got a text sticker on the camera, so that's something.
Because you had to do that.
Yeah.
I know that was earlier in the chat, but there were some posts that you had made about driving a certain AttackYamaha semi truck.
Yeah, that was that was something. Like I said, like I've made some pretty good friends on this trip, and I refer to these two guys as the lads, but it's Brad and Callum from the team, and they're the truck driver dudes. So we kind of plotted and schemed. We actually shot video the first time of the departure part. And then I realized that I screwed up all the footage for like a day and a half that weekend in Estoril. And we redid it that Sunday. And it's like, okay, guys, see you in Jerez, you know? And then we get to Jerez, and we were kind of there before everybody, you know, like I kind of like scumbagged my way in. I gave the dude the deposit for our garage, and we got into the garage before anybody. And
nice.
I was just looking for I think Maximo. Yeah, like he was our forklift driver over there at the hospitality. So we needed him to, like, you know, get the crates off the truck, you know. So I went over there, talked to him, whatever. And I just found myself in the right place at the right time. And Brad was like, "Hey, mate, you want to take it for the last, you know?" I was like, "What? Hell yeah, dude." So I jump in there, have the dude lining me up and shit. I was like, okay. So I had the microphone on and he just filmed it. You know, I get out. I couldn't think of anything else to say, but welcome to Spain. Let's go. And yeah, it's you know, later in the weekend, Brad came up to me. He's like, "Hey man, I'm gonna give you my camera, and it's got onboard footage on there, and that'll help you sell the bit." I was like, "Hell yeah,
nice.
dude!"
That's
so like
awesome.
I pulled footage off the camera, sped it up, do some, you know, flamenco music on it, and dude, like I had so many people hit me up asking me if I drove the truck. Somebody called me up, one of my homies. Actually, you know, I'll call him out. You know, Summers called and was like, "Bro, don't you need like a special license for that?" I'm like, "What? Driving 10 feet or whatever?" So yeah, there you go.
That's funny.
Like I think it was like at the most it was like 10 yards, you know, like 10 meters, I guess, because we were over there. It's meters, right? So yeah, like it was more. It was like a max of 30 feet, but I mean, it was pretty short distance. I actually drove the rig.
That's all good. It's good for the bit.
Yeah, it was super funny.
So with being at Estoril, and you know, Bob being there and learning the track and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Did he get any help from any of the riders?
You know what? A little bit, yeah. I mean, you know, Top Rack said that he offered to have him take a tow or whatever, and I know we followed a couple of the Yamaha guys too. The reality is Bob learns the tracks in a different way. You know, like he does better when he's kind of by himself. But it was kind of cool. You know, I know I spent a little bit of time with Eugene Laverty, and you know, Eugene he's like a rider coach, and he runs the Dartfish stuff for the race team. And so they have this cool stuff where they where he goes out. Like I went out with him during this a couple of times, but they go out and they'll film the session and then do like overlay comparison videos in that corner with the other riders. So like, you know, it's Yamaha guys, right? So let's just say it's Locatelli, right? So, you know, he's working with Locatelli. He's like, "Hey, buddy, this is what you're doing in the corner, and this is what Top Rack's doing, and this is what Bulik is doing, and this is," you know what I mean? And truthfully, maybe that's, I don't know how. I think as a rider, you can see some of that stuff, and you see it on camera, and you're like, "Oh shit, maybe I'll try something else," you know?
Yeah.
So they have that, and I think they can integrate the data with it somehow. I didn't actually get to see that next piece. And what I did get was ruined by the crappy the video that I slow mode or whatever. So because I'm an idiot.
That's all good.
But yeah, like.
Yeah, and so moving on to Jerez.
That's all you want to know about Estoril?
Well, I don't know. There's some other things that came to mind. We'll probably circle back to it, but
I mean, look, dude, like Estoril is old. Estoril is like it's like World War II era, right? So it's like, you know, the grandstands are old and kind of like you could see the rust kind of coming out. The buildings infrastructure is pretty pretty dated. Garages and everything pretty dated. However, the racetrack surface is money. Like, it is money. And they're out there painting the curbings and all that, like, right before, like, we're walking the track. You know, me, Bob, and Tim were walking the track, and it's like, okay, this is the way we go. And Bob automatically knows exactly where he needs to be. He's got the gear maps. He knows what gear he's supposed to be in. You know, we kind of had a little bit of fun with the 50 signs out there. The racetrack, it's different, dude. Like, it's I guess I could compare it maybe to the Ridge, kind of.
Yeah.
But quite a bit faster, I guess. In some places. But yeah, they're up and down the
It's
gearbox
a
here.
racetrack.
But the cool thing about it is the history of the place, right? So you go in there and it's like you have to walk down this tunnel and it's like painted up, and you know, it's like different, it's like yellow fade into white on top, and it's like track maps on either side at the bottom all the way down. And then at the ends, there's like murals, like just crazy motorbike murals and car race murals on the walls. It's
Cool.
the business, dude.
Yeah.
The racetrack itself, I mean, there was a lot of places for fans to watch. Fan turnout at Estoril was, I don't know, I'd say it was probably on par with our Mid-Ohio round this year. So,
pretty solid
I guess,
turnout.
yeah, I mean, solid turnout,
But
but
not
not like right home to mom kind of turnout.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and the reality is, over there, it seems like people are making their choices. And, you know, when a racetrack does multiple bike events per year, a lot of the people kind of choose GP over Superbike, because they're going to the races, but they're making their choices with the money that they spend. So there's something to be said there.
Yeah, because they got Portimao GP coming up, and
right.
They had already had Portimao World Superbike. Portimao World Superbike was earlier in the year.
Yeah.
So I have two races. World Superbike has two races in Portugal, and GP has one. So.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there you go. I mean, it's a different vibe there. That track seemed to kind of like the way the Ridge did. Like, Bob kind of had a hard time getting along with that track, but also, you know, truthfully, he was learning the tires and the grip of them, and you know, like he was. You know, when I say that Bob was thrown into the deep end, like, these are the best riders in Superbike in the world, you know, like the guy in last, you know, there was a guy that we were racing against and I think we beat him, but one of the guys, he was like he had just like participated in the winning team at Suzuka, like world, you know, like the guys in the back are legit bad dudes, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, that's how gnarly Superbike is. The dude in the back is fucking gnarly, right?
They can all win national championships at each of their respective, you know, countries or whatever. And you know, everybody's a national champion that shows up there.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So, you know, there's quite a bit of that going on, and you know, like getting Bob to trust the tires, you know, like it's a whole thing. When you spend your life racing on Dunlops and you know a certain way they behave, you know, I get it. It was fun. It was we had a good time, you know. We ended up meeting up with these Brits. They sat in the table next to us at this like little Italian pizza place in Portugal, and like, I don't know, 20 minutes from the track or something, 10 minutes from the hotel, and we're sitting there, and it's like in a little Italian place, you know, like the lady in there kind of looked like the mom on the Godfather movies, right?
Yeah.
And we get in there, and there's these fans there. They're from the UK, whatever. They all ride Harleys. Yeah, they ride Harleys.
They're gonna be big bagger fans.
What? They're stoked on the bagger thing, right?
Oh yeah. Did you ask them about that?
Oh yeah, dude, they're stoked on the bagger thing. So,
did they watch the States baggers?
Oh yeah, of course. Everybody does. Everybody does. So they
That's awesome.
So they were I ended up seeing them that Sunday, and they're like, dude, we went back to that Italian place. Well, guess what? We went back to that Italian place that night. right?
Nice.
And it's like, dude, it's like best, arguably, I'd say probably top 5 pizza I've ever had.
Oh,
Like
I
ever,
bet.
like ever. And the weird thing is, they had French fries on them. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah.
So yeah, it was a great time. Portugal. It was like we were kind of getting our, I don't know, we were getting going. You know what I mean? It took us a little bit to get going there, and then I think Jerez was quite a bit better for us. But yeah, they give us it was a great time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, regarding Jerez,
We had the Strax there at Estoril too.
yeah, I was
You can
curious
guess.
about if the Strax got a tour of the hospitality and if they're going to be looking at bringing one of them hospitality rigs to the U.S. because you could
Yeah, I was
probably
joking
purchase.
with them. I was like, "Yeah, you guys shopping? You know, we
That
need to have
would
the
be,
Strack hospitality, dude. Like, what's going on?"
yeah, that thing would be. You roll in the States with one of those
Yeah,
cab overs and the whole hospitality
the
double
double
stack.
decker stacker trailer. Yeah, dude.
That would
Like,
be sick, dude. That would put the float for law double decker pit to shame.
yeah. Well, I mean, they have a lot of stuff going on, but yeah.
Yeah.
I ended up doing a tour of the Yamaha team pit and the garage, or the trailer, right?
Yeah.
So we got the tour inside the spare trailer and stuff. And
Yeah.
while I was
With
filming,
strap.
Peter and Jess, like they were like with me, so like I
Yeah.
kind of took them with it.
Oh, Ed's in the chat.
Yep. What's up, Ed? Ed was at Estoril.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ed and his wife got to hang out.
Dude, his wife was so funny. Yeah, I guess they found out what how the Mortons are at night. Like, I think I heard Ed's wife say that she's never drinking again or something like that. Something along those lines.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
super funny.
That's awesome.
I mean, truthfully, Fernando slept in the car all the way to Jerez. So,
oh yeah,
with the exception of the stop in Monte Gordo for lunch, Fernando was like, "What time are we leaving?" We're like, "What are you talking about, dude? We're leaving in like 10 minutes." He's like, "You can't just wake me up and expect me to be on the road."
Like, well, you should have.
Yeah, dude.
Set an
Yeah.
alarm.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah.
Jerez.
Yeah.
So there's some questions I had about Jerez because one of the big ones was there was a certain retirement happening, and I'm curious if you got to talk to said retiring Yamaha rider.
Oh, you're talking about Mr. Ray,
Johnny Ray.
Dude, I not only talked to Johnny Ray, but I was on the receiving end of a one-way conversation with somebody at Yamaha after that, dude.
What?
So yeah, dude, like I was on the receiving end of a one-way conversation about it because okay, so let me set the stage for you. Like, they're putting all the white and red bodywork on, they're doing the photo ops and stuff like that. And I kind of got myself a pretty good rapport with Paul Denning, the team principal of that team, and super good dude. And let me tell you, Paul Denning is like the biggest fan of motorbike racing in the sport, probably. Like, he in World Superbike, he's probably there's probably not another team owner manager guy that's like as switched on as that dude. And
well, you don't think Cardassi's pretty switched on?
Dude, I was rapping with that dude. Like, I've watched the races with them, and he's like, come on, Locker. Like he's right there, like yelling at the TV, like out on the wall while we watch the races, right? So
yeah,
I was miking everyone up, and nobody was safe. Yeah, that's not true. That is, he's full of shit. That's not true. Dude, I had regulations I had to follow to keep that thing going, right? So like, anyway, so I talked to Paul and I'm like, hey man, do you think I could do a walk around of the bike? It's like Johnny's bike, red and white livery, the whole thing, right? And he's like, Well, as long as you promise not to post it before we do, have at it, mate, So I go, I do my walk around, and then I'm just stoked beyond belief that the Yamaha team is just like, yeah,
Yeah.
dude, come on in. So as I'm talking to him, Johnny Ray walks by, and I looked over at him, and I'm like, hey, Paul, do you think I could talk to Johnny? And he's like, I don't know, man, fucking ask him, right? So
Yeah.
I go, and we got a couple of minutes. I'm talking to him, doing the thing, right? And then I see her come out, and she's like giving me stink eye, something fierce, dude. And I'm
Oh, the
just like,
press lady.
yeah, dude. Like, she was on the team. I want to say she's like the press. I don't know exactly what her role
Press
is,
officer.
but bro, she, like, as soon as I stopped recording, and like I was
Lit
like
you up.
the Western, like in a Western movie, I got the shot, and then I'm putting my gun back in the holster, but it's my camera back in my pocket.
Yeah.
And there's like still smoke coming out of the barrel, basically, right? And she looks over at
Yeah.
me, and she just, I mean, it's like she tells me, she's like, look, could you please, the next time you do something like that, you got to get approval from the press office and this and that. I was like, my bad, right? And I looked over at Paul, and he's kind of giggling. He's like, don't even worry about it, man. And he's like, if you had to wait for that, you wouldn't have got the shot, would you? So no worries, mate. I
Yep.
was like, okay, fucking awesome. So, that was cool. Like, having Paul there and let me
Keeping
do
you
the
out of
thing.
trouble.
Yeah, super funny. So yeah,
So did you record that interview?
Yeah, it's on the vlog, man. But I'm like, you saw earlier before
No.
right?
It's nothing to do about when it's coming out. I was just curious if you
Yes,
got it.
it's there. It's there.
That's
I
awesome.
talked to
That's
Johnny
all.
Ray. I talked to Top Rack. I briefly talked to Laka. I talked to Manzi right after he won the championship in Super Sport. Like, I mean, it's just epic, dude.
Yeah. You also talked to a certain Brit.
Yeah,
By
I
the
talked
name
to
of.
a certain Brit. That's pretty funny, actually. Puthemos. I got him to talk smack about you on camera, which is really funny. And in Jerez at the end of the weekend, they all the teams and crew and everybody just kind of go to this bar in town, like after the
That's
race on
awesome.
Sunday. So I run into him and his brother and his mom there, and they're all talking about you. They're like, "Hey, mate, you need me to say any more shit to your friend Ricky Bobby?" I was like, "Yeah, dude." So I don't know. We might have that dude on the podcast at some point. We gotta get Booth Amos on the podcast, dude. That guy.
We gotta figure that one out. That would be epic.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's super funny. Like, Jerez. If I had to pick between the two, I'd probably pick Jerez, and that's a question that Stephen Ludwig asked me to talk about. But yeah, if I had to pick between the two, I'd say the Spanish one over Estoril.
Well, okay. Is it because that track is more historic than Estoril? Because of how much racing we've seen there all the years in Grand Prix and World Superbike.
No. It's just, I mean, it's got so much there, I mean, the riders are kind of sick of the place because they go there, they like practically live there, they do all their testing there. Yeah. They're like over it. I think the general consensus, and I spoke to a lot of riders, including Valentin DeBees. I talked to him a few times over the trip. And they're all kind of talking about how the series, with the exception of Phillip Island, is pretty much a European Superbike series. And they kind of wish there was a American round again. And I did ask them, most of the riders, I asked them, if they had to pick which American track they would have World Superbike at. Most of them said Laguna, but a few also said Road America, which was what I would pick. But they have requirements.
Yeah.
They have to have garages, because they operate their pits. They don't They don't have like what we have, where the tarp comes off the canopy and they pit under that. No, dude, they
Yeah,
back
'cause their
the rigs
trailers
right
aren't.
up to the. Yeah, they back the rigs
Yeah,
right up to the garages. So
yeah. Which is why they went to Utah all the time, because Utah has
right,
all the garages.
dude, Utah would be good too, man. I mean, the place.
They did it for how many years?
Yeah, yeah, but nobody went. No fans came
No.
because it's Salt Lake City, Utah. Like,
Well, it's
who wants to go there?
yeah.
Like, that's not like
That's the worst part.
I mean,
You
look,
had
that I've
you
done
had
that vacation, okay? Like
facility.
my wife and I, okay, dude, my wife and I did that. We had airline tickets and a hotel that were non-refundable for a track day weekend that we had canceled. So Lily and I were like, screw it, let's go to Miller. So we did the Salt Lake City tourist thing. We went to Joseph Smith's house. We went to the Tabernacle Choir thing or whatever. We checked that out. It's just, I don't know. Like if I didn't already have the flight and stuff, there's no way I would have done that. No way.
Yeah.
So,
Well, like Mike said, Indy's badass, but they hate bikes. But again, isn't the Indy pavement kind of crappy too?
I don't know.
Make
I
people
don't remember.
about the road course pavement. I know that was a complaint on some of the Superbike guys.
I mean,
And the GP guys.
truthfully, it really should just be Laguna. I mean, Coda already has so much stuff going on. It's like MotoGP, Moto America, and like if you run World Superbike, they want to bring their whole circus. They don't want to just bring Superbike. They want to bring Super Sport and whatever else they have. At Estoril, I got to see. They had Super Sport and Superbike there, but they also had they had
the CR was there, and then
no, they had what's it called?
Sonia Lloyd
The
and
R3. They had the 300 Super Sport 300, and then they had the R3 World Cup happening.
oh yeah,
and then at Jerez they had the women's R7 thing. Like Sonia Lloyd and Mal
Dobbs.
Yeah. So, yeah. I mean, it was neat though. Like Jerez, it just had that carved into the wine country hillside, dude. Like it could have been a racetrack like built outside of Calistoga, California. Like it was better weather though, way better weather.
Laguna.
Yeah, it was like Laguna in October, right?
Yeah.
It was great. It was temperature was hot. Like it was to quote Ed in the chat, the sun there was pretty rapey, yeah, like and that area, you kind of wonder, it's like farmland it's like vineyard stuff, right? So
yeah, I
they grow sherry.
I fly into Rota.
Yeah,
I flew into Rota, which is south of where you were at.
Yeah.
Not far, and then Sevilla is right there.
Yeah.
And
we ended up staying in Cuervo de Sevilla, and I got all excited. I was like, "Ooh, Sevilla!" No, it's not Sevilla, dude. That's like an hour north. We're like about 45 minutes to an hour south of Sevilla proper in this little town. I found myself walking around every night. Like we'd get back from Yamaha hospitality dinner was like at 7. We'd get back and it's like, okay, the little town, there's like nothing open but a couple of pubs.
Yeah.
But dude, I would just like, I walked every direction each night we were there.
That's awesome.
I would do like a couple of miles just walking around. The temperature was perfect, crossing paths with people walking their dogs. A lot of doodles. A lot of weird dogs. A lot of wiener dogs too. But yeah, there was always this one restaurant open, and the only way I could describe it is like, if you've ever seen Don't Mess with the Zohan, it's like a Muckentucken restaurant, dude. like for real. Dude,
Lots of tapas.
I mean, no, I mean, not in that little town. Like in that little town, like I don't really remember a whole lot ever being open to even find out what was there.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
just a little
Yeah, the bigger
chocolate
cities
churro
usually have
spot.
stuff going on late at night and all that. So
Yeah, in Sevilla proper, that place is a zoo. We went there. I went there with Chili from CTML on Saturday night, and that
yeah.
place is like standing room only on the streets. It took us longer to park than it did to walk the mile from where we parked to where we went to dinner.
Yeah. And they had that
So,
big bull ring.
I didn't see the bull ring,
station.
dude. I mean, it was like we were like right across the steps from the sign that says "I Heart Sevilla." You know?
Oh, okay. I think
It's
I
like,
know where you're at.
yeah,
But it's been a long time, but almost 2 years. But I remember that place.
yeah.
So yeah. So were you witness to the incident in the Super Bowl race at all with your filming on the track or
No, you know what? I was actually when that happened, I was I want to say I was on the top of the on top of the garages, and we were kind of watching, and that had happened, and we're like, oh, that sucks, and we just kept watching the race, but Chili and I walked around afterwards, and I'm like kind of filming the crowd, kind of where Mike's stage is, Mike on the mic.
yeah.
Yeah, he does the
Yeah.
paddock show there, and it's
Yeah,
insane.
we'll go into that too.
But we're walking by there, and some dude, this British dude in a BMW shirt, walks up to us, and he's looking at my camera, and he runs up to my camera and says, "Did you see that? That was effing bullshit," And yeah, passionate fans, and I guess a bunch of the Top Rack fans were pretty rowdy.
The
Like
Turks.
they were the Turks, dude. They were not the peaceful folks that you hear about. They were like rowdy, and they wanted blood, dude. Like it was they were pretty threatening, and I know that I guess Bulaga had to like be escorted around after that. Like it was crazy. Like fan shit is crazy over there. Jerez fans rivaled Road America here, I'd say.
Dang. We had a mutual friend that was there that I was texting with on Friday who was coming into town, Mr. Nate Kern.
Yeah.
And he said he was hanging out with the cousins. I guess that's what Top Rack calls them, or that's what they're all called. The
Safoglu and all the whole like Turkish mafia or whatever, right?
Yeah, he said he was all in that. He was like, I kind of like keep my chill because I didn't want to get involved in any of the shenanigans. But saw some pretty good footage from him. What else? Trying to think.
Dude,
yeah, you got
ask me what it's like to go get something welded in a town where you don't speak the language.
Oh, you guys had to get something welded?
Yeah, like one of the rear stands, kind of like the top of the rear stand, kind of snapped off in shipping. Like it.
Oh, dang.
I guess I don't know if it was under the bike or what, but like it. So like my task was, Coiner, you're the guy that gets shit done. Get shit done. Figure it out. So I take the rental car, and it's like a couple miles down the road. I go up this like farmland street, whatever, and I found a fabricator. So I'm like, yeah. And the guy's like, oh, aluminum. No. This guy over here, he's like pointing at this. And I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
So I follow the guy. We walk across the street. Mind you, it's a construction zone. So there's like traffic stacked up. We're walking across like a highway, basically. Right.
Dang.
And these two guys in there, the guy is like speaking Spanish like super fast. So I could only pick up a couple of words here and there with my Rosetta Stone level of Spanish. And finally I'm like using Google Translate and talking to them that way, like blah, blah, blah. Yeah. So they were like, oh, they grabbed the thing from me, and they wouldn't even take any money. Like I tried to give them money, and they wouldn't take it. They refused. They're like, no, because they're fans of racing. They're like,
Oh
motocicleta,
yeah,
motocicleta. It's like,
yeah,
see.
yeah. So
So
he was all stoked to
yeah,
help out a World Superbike guy. Yeah,
yeah,
awesome,
I
awesome.
guess.
That's so
They're
cool.
like, oh, American, okay, super, motocicleta, okay, pilota. I'm like, gordo, gordo.
Gordo.
So yeah, it was something, man. It was a trip of a lifetime, man. Trip of a lifetime.
So speaking of Michael Hill, so we know him, and
Yeah.
you were able to see him there, and were you
Yes.
able to get any like insight or like how did
Okay.
that paddock show? Because that's kind of like a thing as the last couple of years that he started doing with them.
Well, one of my roles on the team was making sure Bob got to where he needed to go. Like I had to. I was like the pass. I was like in charge of all the passes and the parking and the grid passes and that shit. But then also like, he had some things that he needed to get done. He had to tech his helmet both weekends. He had to tech his suit and that kind of stuff. And then also at the first round, he had to be at a first timers writers meeting. Like,
Uh-huh.
yeah, he had
Oh
to go to
yeah.
like, yeah, first timer meeting. And then for press stuff, Michael Hill has things scheduled throughout the weekend. It's like, on Friday you got to be here for this thing for an introduction and whatever. And then on Saturday you got to be here and you got to do this thing, whatever. So like that's the way it kind of went. I just had to make sure that Bob was there at a certain time and truthfully got to go. I was like backstage, dude, at Estoril and Jerez, really. Like I was backstage on that paddock show shit, and no shit, like everybody's in there. Like as a fan, I'm just like, holy shit, dude! It's like Bautista. Oh look, it's the Lowe's brothers. Oh look, it's like everybody's in there. So
That's awesome.
pretty nuts.
That's
But yeah,
cool. Did you
like
get to do the one at the podium or whatever? Did you get to go up there at all?
I didn't go up there, man. Nah, we were nowhere near that. You know what I mean? Like we
Yeah.
were nowhere near that podium thing.
Well, no, I didn't know if you were able to like after the race was over, like you were able to
Oh,
go
I
up there.
could, but
Yeah,
we were busy, man. You know.
yeah, that's
Um,
fine. I
but
figured
but I
I'd.
will tell you this: I was walking the paddock with Chili and his wife, and we walked past Mike as he's talking to, I don't know what he was talking about, but he does. He just blabbers
Yeah,
endlessly, and never
yeah.
never misses any detail. Like the dude is so good at what he does. He sees me with them in the crowd, and then he just goes on this whole riff about our show and how he's been on it
Oh
and how
wow,
everybody should check it out. Dude, for like 5 minutes, he goes on and on about the weekend
that's awesome.
hangover. And then he's on stage talking shit about me stealing his mic at Coda. Like, it was great.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
Oh, that
dude.
must have been so cool.
Yeah. So, yeah, it was pretty neat, dude. It was pretty neat. And then, dude, I had some fans of the show like come up to me at both tracks and they're like, "Hey, I was wondering if I was going to see you here." Like,
That's
that's
awesome.
bananas, dude. That's
Yeah, big
bananas.
time
So,
bananas. Big
yeah.
time bananas.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. That's really
Yeah.
cool to hear.
And the fans are like super, like when you see the fan walk in Motor America and it's like, the fans going on hot pit lane and autograph sesh and all that. No, dude. These fans are like we handed out like 4,000 stickers in like 10 minutes. Like it was like we
Crazy.
were holding back just to make sure kids got some. We're like, dude, here. Every time we saw
Wow.
kids, we're like, here, you know. So
Wow.
yeah. And it seemed genuinely the fans were stoked to have, the American there,
Yeah.
like
The
contrary
American
to
team. Big time American.
contrary to popular belief in this country, not everybody in the world hates us.
Yeah. Yeah, they were stoked to see the American team there because I know that
Yeah.
Gerlach has a lot of fans there, and a
Oh yeah.
lot of
European
fans. So
yeah, he's
he
a
rocks.
pretty cool guy, dude.
Great
Like
time.
that guy, super humble, top rack, super humble. I mean that dude. Like I walked down hot pit lane at Jerez. I talked to him for a little bit, And then all of a sudden, next thing you know, like I'm walking Top Rack back to our pit so we could check out our bike like I'm a freaking tour guide, right? But it's like I'm the tour guide for Top Rack in our garage. Check out our bike, right?
Yeah,
And then he gets in the
that
garage.
really interested in your
Richard sees him, gets up, has a rap session with him. Then he sits down with Bob, has a rap session with him. Like, it's great, dude. Like, that guy, yeah, he's the genuine, real deal guy, dude. Yeah.
Like he is generally like, think about, you have the number one rider in the world who doesn't have to give up any of his time for anybody. He doesn't have to do squat for anybody. He could just go back to his motorhome and not care at all. But he's wandering the paddock because he genuinely enjoys being there.
He's a fan.
And then, and then asks you, hey, I want to go see your guys' bike because he's generally interested in what you guys have in a Yamaha because he rode one for a long time. It's like, dude, how you, like, I don't think anybody can fathom how amazing of a person that he is to do that. He's a generally good human.
When I was at Sevilla Saturday night with Chili and Erica, like, I guess Saturday after the races, he came by and brought the boys the dessert, baklava or whatever. Baklava. How do you say that?
Baklava.
Yeah, baklava.
Yeah. It's good stuff.
And I got some of it on Sunday morning, and it's legit, bro.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he left the whole
that's
tray.
That's amazing. Like, that's so cool.
Yeah. But
I know Nate talks so highly about him, but like Nate's the BMW guy. Of course he gets to hang out with him.
Nate has to. Like, it's his job to talk nice about that guy. But truthfully, I would say Top Rack's every bit the guy that people say he is, and then some. Like, he's if that guy could help you out because he wants to see you go faster. He wants everybody to elevate, not just the two guys or whatever.
Because it makes him better.
Yeah.
It makes him better.
And it was crazy, their championship went down to the last race just like ours did. You know? So
and he had to be up
champ one more time.
Yeah, do his thing.
And now BMW is going to be nowhereville without him because look at where's the next BMW on that grid?
Vandermark in the back, like 10th.
Thank you.
9th, 10th.
So 11th. Like, that's how much of a difference that guy made for that bike. That's a big loss. Like, losing him is a big loss for the guys.
Huge. They did not want to lose him for sure.
But
I think Danilo's going to do pretty good. I think Danilo's going to do pretty good. I don't know about Oliveira. That's a whole different ball of wax. That's going to be hard.
Yeah.
Because Danilo's been there for a while, and
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of silly season rumors and stuff that I heard while I was there. A lot of it in our country, on our team, even.
Oh wow.
But over there, I mean, it's such a like motorbike racing is so popular in Europe, and I just wonder like what's going to happen in Superbike without, like, is it going to be, like Smitty was saying earlier about Marquez? Is it going to be Bulaga's just going to be the top guy over there, or is Bulaga going to end up on a Ducati MotoGP bike?
Well, he's supposed to be. They're looking at putting him on the last two rounds.
Fill in ride for Marquez, right? Yeah,
as like a, hey, you're going to be the guy carrying the torch next year. Do well, and you might end up back here.
Right. What do you? There's a question here. Lawrence Performance is asking this, and he's like, why is racing that much more popular in Europe?
Yeah.
And the only thing I can say is,
by the way,
what'd you say?
That's my buddy Neil, by the way, who left the Triumph gang. Yeah, he left the Triumph gang and he went and purchased an R1, or he did a swappy swap for an R1.
So what you're saying is he wised up.
Why is that R'd up?
Yeah, I don't pronounce my Z's like THs, and I don't pronounce my Z's like the word
Yeah.
Z.
It does have attack rear sets on there, so.
Well, that's
But it
good.
has,
Be better if he
yeah,
bought them
has
from me
people on
too, right?
huh?
It'd be better if he bought that stuff from me. There's probably
Well,
a
it already
link
came
on
on the
this. There's probably a link on this video somewhere to buy
Well,
parts.
he's been chatting with Yosef, and
Oh,
he's
good.
the one that does parts
That's the right guy to
for
talk
the
to.
China.
Yeah,
So Yosef's hooking him up.
yeah. So
So
the the
yeah,
thing
it's
is the
racing in
thing is
Europe.
over there. The thing is over there. Like it's like, I guess the way to compare over there is that over in America, we have so many choices of shit to do, right? And we have hockey and baseball and football and you know whatever the fuck else that people pay attention to. I don't pay attention to ball
Yeah,
sports at all. Um, but we have a lot of that stuff going on, and a lot of the
auto
advertising
race.
yeah, we get NASCAR, right? A lot of the
Yeah,
advertising is geared towards that, and people aren't exposed to motorcycles like they are over there. Motorcycles over there are not like, for the most part, they're not viewed as toys. They're viewed as like
no, it's
transportation, for real, in
transportation.
a real meaningful way. um
Yeah,
so
because people live
yeah.
in villages; they don't live in gigantic cities.
Yeah, well, they live in gigantic cities too, but they still ride a lot of scooters and motorbikes. We saw some proper sport
Yeah,
bikes on the road too. It's like, you know,
oh
proper
yeah,
ones. So I
oh
was
yeah,
like, okay. Like, I was kind of worried because, like, in Portugal, we didn't really see. We saw a lot of like small CC scooters and motorbikes, but we didn't really see, sport bikes. I saw some big adventure touring type bikes, ADV stuff like the Super Tenere and
yeah.
some GS stuff. But in Spain, we proper saw like CX-10 dude ripping down the freeway. you know
Well, and I
Oddly
know in
enough,
the
we still
UK
saw the
they have.
squids. Shockingly enough, we
Yeah.
did see squids, shorts, tank top, the whole bit. So I was
Oh,
like, oh,
nice.
it's almost like back home.
Yeah. I mean, the
They got
weather's
the
kind of
same
same too,
morons, they
right?
just speak a different language,
Yeah.
right?
Well, they're not running from the cops and smashing into cars, so.
Or getting smashed
Uh,
into by car, right?
yeah.
After they shoot a cop, I don't
Uh,
like that.
the
But yeah.
Brits have a different because they have different licenses they have to work up to. So you
Oh
start.
yeah.
That's why the two strokes are popular. So you got to start with a 125, then you got
Oh
to do
yeah.
that for a little while, then you can bump up to a
You can
250, and then
see,
you can go to.
bro, you could see and feel, like, Fernando and I were talking about this quite a bit. Like, you could kind of cut the regulation in the air. Like, that's
Yeah.
how regulated it felt there. And it's like, wow, dude, we've, you know, I think we need to appreciate where we live, you know,
Mhm.
because over there,
Yep.
like over here, you could film, you could say whatever you want, you could say how shitty your president is, or how much you love him, or how much, you could say whatever you want about your politicians, all that stuff here. Over there, if you're filming and the person might get offended by what you're filming, and they don't have your permission, and you post it, you could do time in the
Wow.
clink.
That's wild.
Like, you can do time in the clink. Um,
Wow.
just, like, the speed limits are like super low there. I mean, it's like on the freeway, it's like a lot of times, unless you're out in the open, I mean, it's like 60 to 80K. Like,
Is
that's
it? Oh,
low.
wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know
So, I mean,
my mom got a ticket, or my sister got a ticket in Spain on their trip to Valencia, and my mom got it on her record because she was tied to the car.
right.
My sister was driving, and they
Yeah.
were only doing like 10, 15K over, and they got blasted. So
Right. Well, the other thing is, like, over there, you've got, like, as far as the reason why it's more popular over there. I mean, over there, they have such pride in their country. They want to root for the people in sports that are from their home country, right? So
yeah,
there's like Like when their guy wins, they play their guy's national anthem, right? And everybody stands up and is like
like
freaking out, right? It's just like when you're over there, you hear a lot of this. You hear the Spanish one a lot, right?
Yeah.
Or truthfully, you hear the Turkish one a lot.
Yep.
But
Yep.
yeah, it's people. I saw Kenan Safoglu. I didn't get to speak to him, but people were comparing. They were saying that he was like the Turkish version of the VR46 Academy.
Yes.
So that's pretty accurate, right? That dude's
Have you
working
watched
hard
any of
though.
the videos?
Do what?
Have you watched any of the videos from his go-kart track?
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah. Where they take like Ninja 400s with no body work and just murder. Yeah.
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 And his little boy was ripping in the car.
Yeah, dude.
Wild.
Well, we had a Safoglu in the pit next to us at Jerez, and those guys rip, dude.
Yeah.
Those guys, they're like, breeding them over there, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because the Hatton was on the he was on the MV last year.
Yeah.
Last year, and then they came over they brought him up to World Superbike to get him going. Because I mean, Kenan or Toprak didn't do Super Sport.
No.
He went from stock 600 to stock 1000, and then he went over to he was riding that was it the Pedercini? I think it was the Pedercini bike.
Cowie, yeah.
Yeah, but it was the secondary team from the factory, guys, because they start with a P on both of the team names.
Yeah.
But, and he had the elf bike, and he was ripping on that Cowie, and he won a race on that bike.
Yeah.
So he was battling Johnny Ray.
Dude. Listening to him just talk about riding, it's like, wow, bro. Like, and he's a pretty young dude, but the way he speaks and like his overall height and general demeanor, I couldn't get away from the fact that he reminded me of listening to Curtis Adams when I was a kid, when I was like early 20s, listening to Curtis Adams, like even his hands are fucked up. Like the way he talks, he's like talking in his hand, like it reminds me exactly of Curtis Adams.
Oh, like his fingers are jacked up?
Yeah, dude. His hands are like not. Maybe that helps him break so hard.
Right?
Something, dude. Like,
oh man.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Another interesting thing I saw, the Yamahas over there, the factory bikes, they have oval fork tubes. That's something.
That's how GP was doing it. GP went to the oval
fork tubes. And I guess something tubes. About the rigidity. I don't know. I'm sure Richard has something more on that.
You think about it. Yes. If they're oval front to back, that means that there's a bit more rigidity on the side of when it's leaned over. So you have a bit more flex. But you have braking stability because the longer side is on either end. And that way you get a little bit more rigid on the braking stability.
Right.
That's where they can ride so hard on the front end.
Yeah. Yeah, so I don't know, man. I mean, it was a hell of an experience, dude. I mean, like going to two different countries, making new friends, which I mean, seriously, dude, like those guys, I guarantee you if I was in the UK when they were there, like I could hang, they'd probably let me crash on their couch. You know what I mean?
I bet. That'd be sick.
What do they do? The fox and the hare, that kind of shit, right? Like you see the movie Snatch where the dogs go chase the fox.
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
Fox hunt or whatever. Like I'd probably do that. You know what I mean?
What the hell is that called?
If they came out here, I'd have to take them to Vegas shooting. They'd have to go shoot a 50 cal or something. Those guys. But they're threatening to come out to Laguna, so who knows? We might see some of the lads at Laguna. We'll have to see. we're wrapping up our schedule right now, so I can't really talk about when I'm at Laguna next year, but I know I have a date, and it's a weekend, and it's in good weather time. So, yeah. Let's see. Something with beam theory and cross section, less flex, more
coursing. Coursing, that's what it is.
Coursing. Yeah. Yeah, don't you remember on Snatch and the dude's like, "Oh, what happens?"
Oh, that's what I had to look up.
Oh, Papa fucked, right? Like, yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Brad Pitt.
Yeah. So, oh, and I heard a bunch of people say the word mega. So, instantly
I bet Chris Simcoe would have been.
Yeah, Simcoe would have had his head exploding, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome.
Holy shit, people are saying mega for real.
Like, they're really saying mega. So when's the next time you're riding?
Saturday.
Nice.
It's coming Saturday at Buttonwillow. Still not too late to sign up. You could register. We got a bunch of tires for sale, and it's gonna be a good time. And truthfully, that new project I'm working on, we talked about it, right? The throttle sauce thing. So
tell me about that.
We're gonna shoot some throttle sauce content this week, and I think we're gonna shoot like an intro type of video or something. We'll have to see. And then I think our first trip with the boys is gonna be with Hawk Mazada's camp. So we're gonna go check that out, and we're probably gonna have Hawk torture us and do burnouts on our face.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that goes. Yeah. Should be fun.
That's awesome.
But yeah, so throttle sauce is sort of it's I don't want to call it what we've been saying it because I'm not going to steal that. But basically, it's like it's news, reviews. It's like a media company, basically. So it's news, reviews,
a place for people
adventures,
to enjoy motorcycle content. That's what it is.
We're gonna make fun motorbike content. We're gonna take you, the audience, with us on the adventure.
There you go. And there's gonna be other things.
We're gonna like I'll give you a list of shit that we're gonna do, man. Like we're gonna learn how to weld. Like we're gonna learn how to weld. I think Shawnee Street Bike Sean out in Arizona is gonna do that with us. He's got to heal up first though.
If y'all don't follow Sean, he had a pretty nasty mountain bike crash, and his ankle was pretty much like that. It was pretty wild.
Yeah, and then the other thing is, we're gonna hook up with Crazy Pete, and he's that guy that does the Lowrider magazine tour stuff. So Crazy Pete, Crazy Pete is gonna teach us how to lay down the homeboy stripes and the metal flake, and we might even do some lowrider content with him. So that should be fun.
I have some
shit with Steve Main we're brewing up.
Yes. Is he gonna come pick you up?
I think we're talking about doing something with him in his area and maybe riding Eagles Canyon or something.
Oh yeah, dude. That track's pretty sick.
Yeah, I've heard good things too. So we'll see. I mean, we're gonna have some epic adventures. Alan Rodriguez is asking if I saw Scott Redding. No, I did not see Scott Redding.
No, Scott's been in BSB. And he's been winning races in BSB.
Scott's moved over to BSB. Like I guess whatever was happening with his ride, it didn't work out for him. So he took his money and went somewhere else. So, yeah. There you have it. Yeah, but I will say this, like, and I'm sure this is just absolute complete bullshit, but I thought it was kind of funny, so I'm going to share it. You talked about the name of this racetrack, right? It's Jerez. It's spelled, with the Z at the end, and they pronounce the Z with the TH. And a lot of people, when they're saying thank you, they say, gracias. Like there's a lot of lisping happening, and like I said, probably bullshit, but it sounded like a funny story anyway, so I'm sharing it. the word was, because I asked about it. I was like, dude, what the fuck is going on with the TH thing? And they're like, oh, well, you know, hundreds of years ago, you know, the Spanish monarchy, there was a king that was,
The list.
yeah, he was the kind of individual that speaks with a lisp. You can take that however you want to take that. And the people
Yep.
copied that. And now hundreds of years later, they still talk that way.
Yep. Well, and they have a different conjugation as well,
Wow.
different from Spanish to South American Spanish. So it's a whole different thing. And my sister didn't even know about the lisp because I told her, I said, she's trying to move to Valencia. And I go, she started pronouncing things. I'm like, well, you didn't pronounce it right. She goes, what are you talking about? I'm like, they have a lisp. And she goes, no, they don't. I'm like, yes, they do.
They do.
And then she comes like, they do have a lisp.
Yeah.
And
it's different, dude. It's different. And like, you know, kind of in the same way of other things, right? Like, I'm not gonna, like I said before, like, you know, in England, you know, it's a ZX10, right?
Yep.
Or, you know,
aluminium, garage,
aluminium. Yeah, exactly.
garage.
Yeah, garage, box. That was they're like, where are you guys at? Oh, we're in box 19. What does that mean? Like the garages were called boxes.
Yeah.
So
it's different. It's fun.
Yeah,
it's cool.
It's fun. It's different. It's like, you know, experiencing different cultures. And the crazy thing is, this whole like the stupid camera, you know, and being friends with Richard has gotten me to travel the country this year and now the world, all for YouTube. So I think it's pretty cool.
Buddy.
Yeah. You know, a little perspective there. You know, truthfully, I can't thank that guy enough. You know, I mean, you know, he took me along for the adventure, and you know, I tried my best to fill in and wherever it needed and get out of the way whenever possible.
Yeah.
So Marshall wouldn't murder me, right? But yeah,
Marshall's a nice Canadian. He's a good dude.
Marshall's hilarious. Like, we have our little fun bits that we do on camera, but he's a nice guy. He pretends to be a bully, but he's not. Now, Richard,
he's been nothing but he loves seeing me. He waves at me and says hi, and always makes it a point to be nice to me.
Yeah. So I mean, I would say, dude, it was a great experience. You know, I hope we go back. Honestly, I mean, I think Peter and Jess, if we went back, I think Peter and Jess would want to take one of their riders over there, maybe. You know.
Yeah, probably.
Dude, they were talking. They were walking around, shaking hands, kissing babies. So you never know. Man, there was. So going back to the rumor thing, man, there was a lot of silly season shit going on in our pit, and it's you know, I even so much so that I even texted back and forth to some of the guys over here, and I was like, dude, I heard this, and you know, like Ben Smith, right? Like I heard some stuff about him, and I reached out to him. And he's like, where'd you hear that? I'm like, it's just around, bro. Like I'm in the paddock, and he's like, he was pretty coy. So I'm like, interesting. But I don't know. We'll see. I was like, well, whatever happens, dude, hit me up, man. Let's talk about it on the show. We'll have you on the show. We'll have you announce it on our show. Whatever that is.
I think a press release will be at least middle of the month at the earliest, and no later than the end of the month of next month.
Like I'm not gonna spoil his party or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
We're not a freaking tabloid.
There's some BMW stuff going around.
Dude, there's Ducati stuff, BMW stuff. I mean, shit, dude. I even heard stuff. I heard Yamaha stuff, and I'm like in the Yamaha team pit. I'm like, you heard that, huh? I didn't hear that here.
Yeah, I heard from Richard.
You know,
he would know.
But yeah, there's a lot of rumors there, and you know,
gonna be interesting season next year. That's for sure. I'm really looking forward to Moto America is going to be great. I heard John Righty is going to be crew chiefing for Cambobier at
Is that what you heard?
Yeah, that's what I heard. I heard John's going to be Cambobier's crew chief.
Did you hear that, or is that the rumor you're starting?
I'm starting it.
Okay. I say good luck with all of that.
I'm trying to get our boys some cred. I'm trying to give our boys some cred.
I mean, John's a good dude. I don't know what like who he's gonna babysit now that Kettleson's on this side of the country, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, he's got.
You can't really babysit Kettleson anymore.
No, he's gonna come babysit
he's
me
gonna come crew chief for you.
Listen,
you gonna race Formula 40?
Have a date with the GOAT. No, I have a date with the GOAT. Not this weekend, but next weekend. And hopefully going to be riding in 3 weeks. And John is going to come down to hang out at Roebling with me. So he's bringing his camper. He's bringing it. We're going to eat.
I'm like pretty deep into my New Jersey video edit, and I swear I have on camera. I talked to Godin, and we talked shit about you.
Oh,
I was
of course.
like, dude, are you ever gonna get Bobby shit done, bro? And he's like, well, Bobby needs to make time and this and that. So like, he kind of called you out.
Of course. No, I mean, I will be totally honest because I know Mike has a busy schedule, and as I as well. And I only have certain windows of time that I can get in there.
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
that's just how things go. And I know that I can't really get any time with Mike until he's done racing Moto America.
Well, he was like in charge of making sure Caleb was going fast. So priorities,
Well, and so he did tell me that, they have to get all the super sport stuff done because there's a whole new motorcycle showing up that the team's got to prep.
Oh, another new motorcycle to the grid. How awesome.
Yeah. PJ's bike. So.
Oh, and Righty says he's going to fly to Ontario and grab a rental car for CVMA. Dude, if you end up at CVMA from where you are, like, good on you, man. Like, that's epic. That's epic.
Yeah. It's Crew 39.
Oh, is that right? Crewman 39?
That's my number.
Oh, that's
hopefully
your number.
I'll be 39 is my number. So hopefully I'll be riding later this month. So
right on.
Fingers crossed.
You should be, man. Like, I mean, you've had a couple of opportunities to ride, and then they fell through because you had shit going on. Hopefully you get to ride at some point.
Yeah, I mean, I did my 2 track days this year, and then I had opportunities to go ride BMWs.
You were supposed to ride BMWs at Coda, bro. Like a week after I was there.
Oh, that would have been sick. And Top Rack was there.
Yeah, Top Rack was there. Like Eddie Barajas was there, and he was like, "Look, Top Rack." Right? So
yeah, pretty well.
Yeah. So well, dude.
Well,
good show, man. Like I hope I gave you what you wanted.
Yeah, dude.
I didn't give you like an exact play-by-play. I didn't really talk to you about.
Oh, that's the whole point. Yeah. But I did have some. I just wanted to make sure that you were. I wanted to be able to ask you questions that I thought that the people wanted to hear, and that I knew about based on our conversation. So I wanted our viewers to get something of that.
I'll give you the one last story. This is a funny story. This is from a guy who used to race Moto America, right? Like Valentin DeVries. So I talked to him a couple of times, and we ran into him. Chili and I ran into him on the steps, like coming back down from the garage, right? And I was like, "Oh shit, it's DeVries. Hey, let's talk on camera." So if anybody who's seen that guy on camera, they know he's like an artist with the use of the F word, right?
Oh,
so he's like, my fucking this, and I fucking threw it in there, and you know what I mean? And so he says all this stuff, right? And I'm like, fuck yeah, dude. And he goes, why you say bad word?
Are you serious?
Yeah. So funny.
Funny.
So
That is funny.
that's gonna be on the vlog. But yeah, I just had to share that. That's like that dude
That's
is
hilarious.
like I said, he's like an artist with the F word, man. And
Yeah.
then so I'm like, fuck yeah, bro. And he's like, why you say bad word? I don't know.
I can't wait, dude. I cannot
Yeah.
wait for the vlog to come out. I'm
Dude, it's like
definitely
I have like a terabyte from the EuroTrip.
Dang,
So yeah,
dang.
like it's gonna be a minute, dude. Like I gotta make some adjustments and like like I have it taped to my computer screen here. I'll show you. I got it.
Hey, listen. When things start to get going on,
That's my
dang.
that's the painter's tape. Yeah, that's the EuroTrip vlog right
I
there.
was gonna say when Throttle starts making some bank, man, I got a server company that I can definitely hook you up with to get some computing power.
That sounds amazing. Right now it's Chili CTML, he's doing IT consulting for us, so we'll see.
Oh, that'll be awesome. Good.
Yeah.
Maybe I can. Does he make his own hardware? Is that what's going on?
No, dude, he don't make shit. So, he's like a reseller consulting firm.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I'll have to talk
mostly
to him.
Hospital stuff, but yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
Cool.
So good show, man. Well, thanks for letting me blab on and on about how fun Europe was.
Well, we had to kind of catch up. It's our time to catch up with everybody that watches the show. So
yeah, and so Superbike's over, Moto America's over, and all that's left is MotoGP, and then we're gonna be starved until the first test.
Right? We got to line up. I got to text my buddy Kelly, the director from the movie, and we got to have the official movie episode. I know it's already been a year since it came out.
We're gonna do a movie episode. Okay.
I think we have them on and let everybody ask questions about the movie. So as some homework,
regardless of the questions.
I mean, be respectful. Don't be a complete a-hole. Everybody go back and watch One Fast Move again, and then freshen your memory on the movie, and then you can ask the questions.
I'm gonna respectfully decline that, but I remember that movie pretty well. Once was enough on that one. Yeah. The fact that you were in it, that's what makes that movie cool. But yeah. Yeah. So you know what, man? We're getting kind of close to 2 hours on this one, bro.
Yeah, dude. You told me to drink energy drink.
You drank a Red Bull, so good on you, man. Yeah. So having you on screen, that was pretty funny. Didn't you like hug it out with the guy on camera? I forget.
I did. Bro dabbed it out.
Yeah.
Bro dabbed it out.
Yep. Your little bro hug, all that. So, we gotta definitely let you relive your movie magic moment.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. I mean,
all right, everybody.
Yeah. So thanks for watching the show, you guys. Appreciate the fans, and definitely if you can, tell us in the comments what you think of the video and what you think about us. If you think we're assholes, let us know. If you think we're totally wrong, let us know. Mash all the buttons, share the stuff, all that, and we'll catch you guys on the next one. Yeah, like, subscribe, comment, share, all that stuff. Mash the buttons, as Ryan says. Right? Yeah. Good stuff. All right. See you.